If you like what I do, consider joining my channel or donating to my coffee. Links in the description. Hey, it's the Metroidvania Guru, and welcome to my video about upcoming Metroidvanias with no hard dates. I just wanted to take a look at some Metroidvanias that have no set release date yet. If you go on to Steam, you'll see it'll say something like coming out in Q3 or Q4 of 2026 or 2028 if you're Gemini X. And because of that limitation of not having a set date of release, you're gonna miss some things on here that are pretty glaring, like the new Castlevania Belmont's Curse. That's coming out October 15th, so didn't make this list, even though I am highly anticipating it. As well as Fatal Claw. I think that one comes out August 26th. I'll affirm if that's correct or not on the screen here in a moment. And if you haven't noticed, this is another unscripted video from me. The last one I did got a pretty good reception. People really resonated with it and wanted to see me do more unscripted stuff. And so here I am trying it again. Let me know if it works or not for you. Now, I'm going to talk about these games in no particular order. I just kind of grabbed all the ones I want to talk about and just shuffled them together and decided that's the order I'm going to be talking to them in. I don't want you to think that I like one more than the other. None of these games are out yet. So I was just like, yeah, I'll just talk about them randomly. Anyway, let's move on to our first entry in our upcoming Metroidvanias with no hard dates, Feather's Edge. Hey, this is post-recording Luke. I know I said I'd do this unscripted, but I think there's some value in me setting up each game. So I'll be reading what the game's, synopsis is from the store page on Steam in order to properly set the game up before I do my rambling. So yeah, I will be doing a little reading here, but I didn't write it, so yeah, still less work for me. Anyway, enjoy. In Feather's Edge, dash and slash through an innovative kinetic Metroidvania. The Tower of Time awaits, a rich, handcrafted world fractured by the collapse of time. Slice through foes in toughest talons, bite-sized battles, and master the way of the Bird Warrior. Feather's Edge just recently got announced, or I just recently became aware of it. I forget which one. But regardless, it looks really cool. I love the art style. I love the hook of jumping off the walls. It's very much, it reminds me of Dandara, but it looks like you have a little bit more control. While Dandara, she can only jump off of salted surfaces. It looks like this little fox dude can walk and run and jump. So that looks great. And so yeah, watching this samurai fox dive, attack people off of surfaces, and then even like ricochet or like jump off of enemy bullets, that's pretty cool. But yeah, just take a look at this game. It looks amazing and I'm pretty excited for it. Altered Alma combines the beloved classic Metroidvania formula with RPG elements, dating sim features, a slick pixel art presentation, and a gripping story. Whether you want to beat up bad guys, find love, or just explore the beautiful cyberpunk cityscape, Neo Barcelona awaits. Altered Alma. This game looks really cool to me. I played the demo a few times. I've made some videos on it. I really like a lot in this game. Of course, the visuals look amazing. I like the pixel art in the actual gameplay, and I like the animated cutscenes. I think they look fantastic. And the game has some really cool hooks to it. It's very combat focused. It has the quantum knife where her name is Jacqueline. They call her Jack. She throws the knife, teleports to it, and attacks. There's glory kills in it. I don't know what they call them, but you played Doom Eternal, right? The glory kills. So she has that going for her. And it's like a dating sim as well. I don't think, I guess I don't really know exactly what it is, but I presume it's like Persona. Like you can build these relationships with multiple characters, but you can also move forward with them romantically as well. And what I'm imagining is that the deeper the relationship with a certain character, the more benefits you get in some way. I don't really know. Like I know there's, I can't remember his name. Maybe his name's Hector. Maybe I'm a liar, but he's like the pilot or a mechanic or something like that. And the deeper your relationship with him goes, maybe the more mechanically inclined Jacqueline gets. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, this takes place in Neo Barcelona. Looks really, really cool. Very, very excited for this one. Being and Becoming is an atmospheric Metroidvania set in a dying kingdom held together only by the collective dream of thousands of would-be martyrs. Fate itself is against you as the word's prophecy unfolds. Rewrite your place within the word or become a scripted part of this horrible revelation. I played Being and Becoming's demo and thought it was really, really cool. It's like a combination of Blasphemous and, I don't know, BioShock, sort of, maybe? I don't know. There just seems to be a lot of like Christian theological allegorical stuff going on in this, mixed with a lot of psychoanalytical stuff. And it's all done on this backdrop of underwater theming. Like, even your character is like a nun / scuba diver. It's really weird stuff. Like, she's got a straitjacket on, but then has like these phantom arms that she uses to fight. It's some wild stuff, and some of the imagery is just absolutely fantastic. And the way the game talks, again, it really does remind me a lot of Blasphemous in its imagery and in its verbosity. Regardless, I'm looking forward to this one very, very much. Explore a dark world inhabited by men and monsters in this action-packed platformer. Lay waste to the monsters that stand in your way with a wide array of stylish combat maneuvers as you attempt to unravel the truth behind the curse of Firendal. I think Crowsworn is a game that a lot of people, especially in the MV community, have been pretty much anticipating for a while now. Like, I can imagine Crowsworn is on a lot of people's top 5 or top 3 MVs to look forward to. And it's not hard to see why. It looks really cool. It's just like, it's a combination of Hollow Knight and Devil May Cry. At least it looks as such. And I hate being so reductive like that, where it's like, it's this combined with this. But I mean, only have your intention for like 20, 30 seconds, and it gets things across pretty quickly. But yeah, this game looks so great. I know there hasn't been a whole lot of information, coming out from the devs to kind of reaffirm us that it's still in development, but I'm pretty sure it is. And just every time I watch anything that is released, I watch its trailer, rewatch its trailer, I just get excited all over again. So yeah, I'm looking very much forward to Crowsworn. Where Shadows Falls, it begins. Dive into Eden's Guardian, a challenging Metroidvania experience with handmade pixel art set in a world with medieval and fantasy aesthetics devastated by conflict where the history of gods and humans intertwine. This is another one that looks heavily inspired by Blasphemous. It has that really sweet looking pixel art. It has really incredible looking animated cutscenes as well. And man, it's like kind of gimmick or hook of like throwing the sword and teleporting to it is amazing. And I know I talked about Altered Alma earlier, and I don't know, it's just something about that trope of like teleporting to your weapon or something like that. I just love it. But yeah, this game's combat looks brutal. The visuals look fantastic. There's so many cool vignettes that are on display here. And yeah, I haven't heard much about this game, and I'd like to hear a little bit more, but yeah, pretty excited for it. Traverse a massive, ruined, and beautiful world in this intense, atmospheric action platformer. Steal enemy abilities and fight them back with their own runic magic and deadly swordplay, as you attempt to find your lost twin sister in the sunken kingdom of Ithos. Rune Fencer Illyia is another Metroidvania that's got me like incredibly excited. Like every time I take a look at it, it just makes me just want to play it so bad. It's got this really fantastic pixel art, kind of chunky. It's not like Eden's Guardian or Blasphemous or nothing, but it reminds me a little bit of a kind of Cave Story-ish. I don't know. But it also has all these like really over-the-top moves and particle effects. It just looks really, really interesting. Not really much more I can say. I mean, just look at this game. It looks so good. And it just recently got picked up by a publisher, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a nice injection of cash. And I can't wait to see what they do with this game, man. Mariachi Legends is a brutal, pixel art, combat-oriented Metroidvania set in the heart of Mexico. You play as Pablo Cruz, a detective who has agreed to a deal with death herself. She has given Pablo the ability to transform into the mighty La Sombra, allowing him to fight back against evil. Mariachi Legends from Halberd Studios. Halberd Studios created 9 Years of Shadows, and that game is pretty good in its own right. It looks amazing, and the music is fantastic. It was kind of a mid-Metroidvania, but I think, this is just speculation on my end, but I think the scope of that game may have been too large for the studio and the budget or something like that, and a lot of what was promised in the Kickstarter got pared down, and we ended up with the game that we got. Now, I'm not trying to be negative here. I do like 9 Years of Shadows, and I am very much looking forward to their next project, which again is what we're looking at right here, Mariachi Legends. It looks fantastic. It looks like it has like a food emphasis, which is kind of strange. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do here. You know, I think 9 Years of Shadows was a great inaugural game from Halberd, but from what I've seen from Mariachi Legends, yeah, I think they're going to absolutely nail it this time. Discover your own legend in LUCID. Platform through a crystalline world torn apart by calamity. Absorb powerful abilities that expand movement and enhance combat against a diverse cast of enemies and bosses, all in gorgeous pixel art inspired by the golden age of 2D side-scrollers. LUCID is crazy. I played the demo and I was like, wow, it's very much, it is a hardcore precision platformer, and this game absolutely kicked my butt. And of course, that's a compliment. I loved the demo. I am looking forward to LUCID. I am just like, but you know what? Like LUCID has like, I forget what it's called, but like you can equip something, it's an accessibility option, and it like makes these lanterns appear that you can hit to help you out. Like say you have to go across this gap and there's like 2 contact points you can hit in order to get across. Well, if you equip this, I think it's an equipable item. It makes these lanterns appear, and so instead of 2 points of contact, now you have like 5 or 6, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna do my best not to use that starting out, but at this point, man, like when these games get really, really difficult, I'm cool with throwing something on there to help me out nowadays, dude. But yeah, LUCID. The demo was fantastic. The game looks absolutely incredible. I love the story going in. I just think this is going to be a great game. Unravel the dark history of the Bloodstained universe and explore a hauntingly immersive 16th century England steeped in a 2.5D Gothic atmosphere, enthralling players in strategic battles, crafting, and exploration across the sprawling cursed land. Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement. I haven't really been following this one too much, but considering the pedigree, and by which I mean Igarashi himself is working on this game, I don't really have that much to worry about. It is unfortunate that we lost Shotaro Ida, because he was always been very integral. He helped with Symphony of the Night, and then he was the creative director, or the director, I do believe, of Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. But yeah, of course, Igarashi's next game, Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement, I'm excited for. I loved the original Bloodstained. I didn't think it was the greatest Metroidvania ever, as some other people keep correcting me on anytime I talk about the game, because I put it in like high to mid B tier because I think it's pretty solid. But this one also comes with a what is it, like a co-op component or something like that. I'm not huge into that. I hope I can still play it single player. I'm sure I can. Maybe it'll be like Portrait of Rune with a Jonathan Charlotte crap I can do. Can't wait. Explore a charmingly beautiful, handcrafted pixel art world and help Violet on her journey searching for her sister. Uncover its mysteries, face its threatening foes, and run and gun your way through this challenging action Metroidvania, which will put your true platforming skills to the test. A sister's journey looks incredible. To me, it looks like Celeste with guns. And I think anything with guns is an improvement. Maybe it's because I'm American, I don't know. But Sister's Journey, it looks incredible. And it looks like it feels incredible. I don't know, don't have a lot to say about this one. But just, I follow them on X. And every time they share some sort of scenery from their game, it's always one of the most beautiful works of pixel art I've ever seen. Travel to the Tower in the Sea to avert the apocalypse in this exploration action platformer. Join Aurea, a retired war hero, as she adventures through a beautiful and dangerous world to save her family and the fabric of reality itself. Timespinner 2: The Unwoven Dream. Don't know much about it. I just know that I really love the first Timespinner. I know I put Timespinner like in the C tier, and I believe it should stay there, mainly because the original Timespinner, though good, I do enjoy the game. It never really felt like a full game to me. It felt more like a proof of concept. I don't know, you guys have to let me know what you think of Timespinner, but yeah, I like the original Timespinner despite its flaws, of which it has many. But man, it just looks like if Square Enix ever created a Metroidvania, this would be what it looks like. And what it sounds like, because even the music in the original Timespinner looks good, and I wouldn't imagine why all this greatness wouldn't be going over to Timespinner 2. In Monomoon, the way forward is reserved for the knowing and the daring. Guided by moonlight, you'll uncover hidden truths and wander through a tiny and mysterious open world. Monomoon is kind of like a point-and-click adventure Metroidvania. I've gotten some pushback of people saying it's not a Metroidvania, but it says it's a Metroidvania on the Steam page, so, well, at least one of the tags says it is. Anyways, I just really want it to be a Metroidvania. It kind of touts itself as being non-linear, and it just looks so much like a Metroidvania, but it really is kind of advertising itself as a Metroidvania, which just makes me even more excited. So, I mean, whatever this game ends up being, I'm sure it will be perfect, and I cannot wait. An epic 2D pixel art style Metroidvania inspired by Moroccan culture and spiritual traditions. Wield powerful ancient weapons and forge your way through unrelenting deserts, crumbling necropoli, floating islands, and dangerous mountains as you try to uncover the secret of the last Djinn. It's been a minute since I heard anything about this game, but I'm pretty excited for it. I like the combat. I like the I guess Moroccan mythos that it's kind of taking inspiration from. I like it's kind of a trope where something like looks like it's fantasy but ends up being sci-fi, and there's an ancient civilization that's highly technological. I don't care. I love it. I eat it up. Give me more of it. And it looks like that's where Mira is going. And I played the demo, and the combat was really good too. There's a lot of combos, a lot of air juggles, things like that. So yeah, there's a lot to be excited for here, and I await with bated breath to hear anything more about it. The heretics have seized Gemini Colony. Explore, upgrade, and blast your way to victory in Gemini X, a Metroidvania built for fans of classic 32-bit run-and-gun platformers. Gemini X, this is pretty cool. It's like Mega Man X, but a Metroidvania. Which, if you think about it, like the original Mega Man X, or that entire series, especially on the Super Nintendo, it was almost a Metroidvania. It was very proto-Metroidvania, right? Where, you know, it didn't have an interconnected world, it was stage-based, but you could unlock abilities, then return to previous stages and get further into it, find new pathways, find more abilities. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and argue that Mega Man X is a Metroidvania, but it had the elements to be one. And so to see Gemini X come out and be like, hey, we're going to actually like make a full-blown Metroidvania out of the Mega Man X formula, I am absolutely here for it. Sessions blends horror, action, and atmospheric exploration. Face existential horrors and terrifying creatures in this dark sci-fi tale. I don't really have a lot to say about Sessions. I know that it's the sequel to Redo, and that's all I need to know. Redo was kind of a slap in the face for me. It just came out of left field. I bought that game because it was cheap. I booted it up, and man, I was absolutely enamored with it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's a perfect game or a perfect Metroidvania, but man, is it thick with atmosphere and it just like, man, I just got so immersed in its world. And I actually liked its combat, and everything seems so tense. Like you got your weapons, and there's like a poise bar on the enemies. They have their HP and stuff, and it was really cool. And then you could like replay the game on the harder difficulty, and it would remix where the tools and the enemies were. But if you haven't played Redo, I highly recommend it. It's like 4 or 5 hours long, tops. And though it may not be the most beautiful game you'll ever play, it has its own style, and it just resonates, man. I just really liked it. And so if Sessions can even give me like half of what Redo gave me, then I would call that a success. Aeterna Lucis is the highly anticipated sequel to Aeterna Noctis. Following the gameplay steps of the first entry in the series, Aeterna Lucis is a Metroidvania that combines fast-paced combat, a large interconnected map, secret hunting, optional challenges, and a rich and deep story. Aeterna Lucis, the sequel to Aeterna Noctis, one of the hardest Metroidvanias ever produced. I mean, it's no La Mulana or Mero or La Mulana 2, I guess, I don't know. But Aeterna Noctis is tough, and Aeterna Lucis is probably going to be tougher. I remember reading some of the posts over on X from the developer where they're just like, hey man, this game's going to be tough. We have accessibility options, but it's going to be tough. And I can respect that. And I will probably go for the easier option. Like when I played the first Aeterna Noctis, I chose the easiest difficulty by accident, but not this time. When I play Lucas, I'm going straight for the easiest one. Unless you can switch it mid-game, then I'll try it out on the harder difficulty, but yeah, it's the platforming. When it comes to hardcore platforming in a Metroidvania, that's hit or miss with me. I didn't say that for Lucid, but I definitely should have. But yeah, Lucid's going to be another heavily difficult precision platformer. And I'm all for it. I know Lucid has the that lantern thing I was talking about for the accessibility option, and it looks like Aeterna Lucis is going to do that too. But anyway, yeah, this game, it looks good, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Silent Planet is an exploration-focused goth sci-fi Metroidvania rooted in cosmic horror. Explore the claustrophobic corridors of a massive underground complex filled with the remnants of technological and biological horrors created by a dead civilization. God, that sounds so badass, dude. Silent Planet Elegy of a Dying World. This game basically looks like What If Symphony of the Night, but in 2026. And boom, there's your pitch. I'm sure they got all the investor money ever because of that pitch. And now just look at it. It looks beautiful. I like the protagonist. I like the story going into it. I like how it looks. I like the combat. I am very excited for this one. Ignite your sword and explore the dark depths and towering heights of a forgotten island that consumed itself long ago. Nocturnal II. I actually never played Nocturnal 1. I should probably play that, but I don't think it was an actual Metroidvania. Doesn't mean I won't play it, but this one, Nocturnal 2, pretty much is a Metroidvania. I played the demo. I thought it was fantastic. Like, the combat is so fast, just so cool looking, like the fire effects that you get when you swing your sword or do your special moves. And then the fact that like you're constantly increasing this meter. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's like you hit torches as you're exploring, and it like fills up this meter that says like, I don't know, this is how much fire that you've brought to this world. And after you reach so much on the meter, then this big door will open and you can progress. I don't know. It's really cool, and I am definitely looking forward to it. Divinum is an action-adventure that blends stylish, expressive combat with rewarding exploration. Master devastating combos and craft unique builds to fight back mysterious invaders and uncover your island's hidden truth. Divinum or Divinum, I don't really know how to pronounce it. I don't know a lot about this game other than it looks beautiful. Every trailer I've seen, every piece of art I've seen from the game just looks beautiful. The game in motion is incredible. There's like the particle effects, the movement, the animations of the character. I just love everything I've seen about this game. It has air combos, it has parries where you attack to stop their attack. I love that kind of stuff. I may suck at those parries, but they are my favorite. I think Dust and Elysian Tale did that too, and it was fantastic. Anyway, yes, looking forward to Divinum, whatever it's called, but whatever, it looks great. A brutal action game set in a collapsing sci-fi nightmare. Battle biomechanical mutants, traverse shifting landscapes, and uncover fragments of your lost mind as you descend into a twisted, post-apocalyptic world. And lastly, we have Voivod, the Nuclear Warrior. You may not know this, but I am the unofficial Voivod, the Nuclear Warrior ambassador. And I will forever push this game because it looks so fun. If you don't know, Voivod is a Canadian thrash punk metal band. I don't know what you would call them, but I used to listen to them growing up, and I really liked their kind of concept albums of this warrior going through space and time and stuff like that. And yeah, to see that Voivod is now getting its own video game, a Metroidvania of all things, I'm stoked. And so I reached out to the developer and was like, hey, can I be your unofficial ambassador and push this game to everybody? And he ignored me because of course he did. I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just saying I reached out the moment he pushed the message that the game existed, and he was busy. But he eventually got back to me and was like, hey, yeah, sure, whatever, man. If you wanna help, great. And so I helped with the pushing the Kickstarter and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I guess it goes without saying, yes, I'm excited for Voivod. And there you go, my most anticipated upcoming Metroidvanias that do not have a hard release date yet, at least as of the publication of this video. I know I may have missed a lot out there, and that's because there are a lot of Metroidvanias. If I have to do another one of these videos, I'll do it. And if you want to help with that, feel free to put whatever games you'd like me to talk about in the comments section. As always, you can help me out by liking the video, subscribing to it, sharing it, doing all the YouTube things, and give me those hype points if you got them. Until next time, later, nerds.